In this one is Kingston 40 based, and both RAM are CL30, 32GB DDR5, 1.4 volt, Kingston 40 based RAM. Very exclusive RAM. I have exchanged G-Skill Titan Z5 CL30 8 RAM with this RAM. This is CL30 DDR5 RAM, high performance RAM, one of the best RAM in the world on 32GB model.
If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Tech Gaming Villa, where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater. You can check and subscribe.
I am so excited to install 128GB RAM, dual channel 32GB RAM, quad RAM. The Kingston 40 based RGB DDR5 RAM is one of the best performing kits on the market now, with stellar performance across the board that's matched with excellent RGB lighting and respectable sticker prices. The Kingston 40 based RGB DDR5 RAM kit is one of the more competitively priced high performance options on the market to date. With its ability to work with both AMD Expo and Intel XMP, and rates up to 6000 MHz, you are certainly getting the strong flex of DDR5's capabilities without the massive price tags of more premium models available. I am comfortable recommending the Kingston 40 based RGB DDR5 RAM as some of the best RAM of current generation step-ups to help push other PCI Express 5.0 components like the best graphics card and the best SSDs. The price point means that it's somewhere in the mid-range of all the offerings, priced above the more wallet-friendly options and premium offerings, with options starting from 8GB single module at 4800 MHz all the way up to 64GB 32GB dual channel 6000 MHz or quad 128GB 32GB 4 RAM. I have purchased 128GB quad channel RAM at 6000 MHz. You have a lot of options with your setup. This means you can go budget from as little as $40 or 56 euro, and currently 87 Australian US dollar with the 4800 MHz timing as mainstream offerings, or top of the 6000 MHz at 32GB like for 138 US dollar or 118 euro, and in Australia its price is 220 Australian US dollar, which is very competitive for the speed it's running at. The price point is especially aggressive when factoring in the RGB lighting, which lights up any build it's in and helps your system really stand out. I've found that it works wonderfully paired with this 360 IO cooler, an easy choice for one of the best CPU coolers, especially between the GIFs on the pump and the RGB fans to the right of it inside this. It looks great in action, but it performs strong too. All of for a price that's more than reasonable. The low profile heat spreader is also a nice touch, being thick enough to be effective but slender to the point where clearance isn't an issue. It's bolstered by the on-die ECC, which is there to correct errors when overclocking or pushing the performance too. Being certified for both Intel XMP 3.0 and AMD Expo means you'll have native compatibility with your chipset of choice. The one in my current build is the AMD Ryzen 9 7900X3D, one of the best processor for gaming right now. on an AM5 motherboard with no compatibility issues to speak of whatsoever. In this testing, I found that the Kingston Fari Renegade outperformed several of the best DDR5 RAM kits available in industry standard programs such as Passmark and AIDA64. However, a touch more power was drawn than what you will find from some of the competition. Kingston Fari-based RGB DDR5 unit is 6000 MHz model available in 32GB configuration, which can be found for $138. It's available either with AMD Expo or Intel XMP, available for some of the best processors from either side. I have used the Core i9-4900K processor. With this, it's the fastest possible speed available for the Kingston Fari-based RGB DDR5, and this extends to the 64GB variant. But if you want to supercharge your machine with as much memory as possible, you will be taking a performance hit. Whether XMP or Expo, the fastest available 128GB is 5600 MHz in quad channel. With that said, you will be spending up to almost $600 or 647 euro or 920 Australian dollar. That positions the Kingston Fari-based RGB DDR5 as one of the more cost-effective options at 32GB, costing around 20% less than the Corsair Dominator Platinum RGB DDR5 and a comparable rate to the budget Corsair Vengeance DDR5. It's far from the cheapest DDR5 RAM, that's for sure, but front runner if you want one of the best models in your machine in 2023, especially with RGB lighting, which is generally always more than a standard variant. So the question is, if you buy this Kingston Fari-based RGB DDR5 RAM, while this RAM caps out 6000 MHz, there's still a massive jump compared to older DDR4 models, and further bolstered by both AMD Expo and Intel XMP support for a very reasonable price. This RAM looks absolutely incredible with its bright and flashy lighting illuminating any case it's in, especially if you have got a lot of room to view it. This RAM excels at the 6000 MHz. There are other memory modules kits pushing up as far as 7800 MHz. So this isn't quite the bleeding edge of what's possible. You can save yourself some cash by foregoing the RGB lighting as found on this variant of the Kingston Fari-based DDR5 module if you want your machine to have a sleeker, subtler look. If you see the overclocking and latency tuning performance in this RAM, putting the memory to DDR5 6600 was extremely easy thanks to the SK Hynix A-die ICs at 1.4 volt. We couldn't get it to the same level as the competition. However, optimizing the memory timings for DDR5 6600 was possible, lowering them for 40-40-40-80 to 38-38-38-78. The Fari-based DDR5 has the very early timings when the first DDR5 6000 memory kits came out. However, if you run it at a higher voltage, there's enough room for optimization. For instance, using 1.45 volt reduced the timings to 32, 34, 34, 74, a significant improvement over the 40-40-40-80 timings that the memory was binned for at 1.35 volt. If you are in the market for 64 GB, which sits around the sweet spot, the Fari-based DDR5 6000 CL40 could be what you are looking for. The performance is okay but not great because the memory is stuck in the past with those sloppy timings. When the early memory kits had launched, you can remedy this through manual overclocking, making the memory kit more competitive in performance. The memory kit focuses extensively on compatibility, from the compact design to the multiple XMP 3.0 profiles that ensure the memory kits works on all combinations of processors and motherboards. The memory caters to Intel platforms but should work equally well on AMD platforms. The FARI-based DDR5 6000 32 has a retail price at $220, which could use a price adjustment. Competition with better timings in the DDR5 6000 category starts at around the $170 mark. Therefore, Kingston memory kit is considerably more expensive than its rival with superior specifications. At the current price, it costs the same as the flashier and at times faster Trident Z5 RGB DDR5 6400 CL32. So, what's your thought about this new Kingston FARI-based RAM? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.